In the past, we talked about some of the MQM lines from Merrell, the mid-height boots that we used last year to elk hunt and upland hunt out in North Dakota and Colorado. They're a super comfortable boot, lightweight, waterproof, breathable, a really firm foot base, flexible, and just super comfortable overall throughout the entire season. Planning on wearing the same boot this year that I wore last year. But if you're looking for an option for early season hunting out west, when you're running across plains chasing some of those prairie grouse, sharp tails, prairie chickens, Hungarian partridge, and it's a little bit warmer, a little bit hotter out, and you're looking for something that's a little bit more lightweight, you might think about using some of the Merrell products, still the MQM line, what I'm going to go over today, but in the trail runner slash hiker hybrid combo that they came out with, which is the Merrell MQM Flex. So this is my first pair, the MQM Flex Gore-tex. So the Gore-tex line, they do have these available in Gore-tex and just non-Gore-tex. They're both vegan, but the MQM Flex doesn't have the Gore-tex option, so it's not waterproof. It might be water resistant. I've never had a pair, but these are truly water resistant. If you are out chasing birds in the early season and you're looking for something that's a little bit more lightweight and athletic in the field, these would be a great option. Not only because of their waterproofness, but they have the bellowed tongue that allows you to keep some of the debris out. Obviously in the backside, around the back, you might have some issues with some grass and dirt, sandburrs, whatever may be getting into that shoe because it's not a little bit higher. But I prefer to wear a longer pair of pants while I bird hunt that will kind of go down over top of my shoes and keep some of that excess debris out. So anyway, just a tip. These shoes have been great. So great that I decided to get a second pair when they came out with the MQM Flex 2, because I was curious if they were going to make any changes that would either improve them or change them in a negative way. So after wearing these for 2 years, I ordered the MQM Flex 2. Just real quick, I did finally have some issues with the sole coming off a little bit, the outside sole, just on this one piece. The rest of it has held up really well. Nothing else has torn away. And literally, folks, I'm wearing these daily, not just once in a while. You can tell by the wear and tear after 3 years of constant use. They're my favorite shoes, that they're still in great shape. What's really cool about these too, being water resistant, going to sporting events, going hiking on trails, training with my pack, I'm running through mud and stuff, you never know what the condition is going to be. But when I come home, I'll just turn the front hose on and spray these off. Literally just spray them with the hose with them still on. Just wipe the mud and dirt off, get the excess debris out of the treads, and your feet are still dry. They're phenomenal for water resistance. So awesome shoes. So jumped from the MQM Flex into the new MQM Flex 2, still the Gore-tex model. They've changed the outside dressing on these, still very breathable, very tough uppers, and still extremely water resistant. The treads are a little bit different from the Flex model. They've gone to what they call the quantum grip on the MQM Flex 2 versus the MQM Flex. That would be this black highlighted tread on the MQM Flex 2. So that's our quantum grip for hiking situations where you're going to get into some slicker rocks, maybe even frosted over, give you a little bit better grip on slippery surfaces. So just to go over some of the features that they highlight on Merrell. These are the Gore-tex upper membrane model of the Flex 2. You can get these non-Gore-tex. I don't know why you would. They're about $30 cheaper, but if you're going to be out hiking or running in any capacity, you know you're going to run into either wet grass or wet conditions where you might have to cross a little creek or something, and these are going to keep your feet dry. They're still super breathable. It might be a little bit heavier. I'd have to look at the specs, but I'd spend the extra $30 and get the Gore-tex model. They do have some various colors that are available in the non-Gore-tex model that are not available in the Gore-tex model, and right now they've really they must have depleted their stock on some of the cooler color combinations on this MQM Flex 2. There are only 4 different color options left right now. None of them I'm super excited about, so I'm glad I got these when I did, when they first came out. I actually didn't wear these for about 4 months because I was continuing to wear the Flex, and I wanted to kind of keep these alive as long as possible. Still use these Flex. The tongue integrated lacing system, so they've got your laces running through the top of the tongue here to kind of keep that pulled down nice and tight and snug against the top of your foot. They've got this protective TPU toe cap. This TPU toe cap helps you when you're getting into some more serious heavy duty rock climbing and running, where you might run into a fallen down log or a rock that's sticking up out of the trail. You don't see it. More of a boot type front on these shoes. They have the Merrell air cushion insole, so that helps with absorbing any extra shock when you're running and hiking across rough surfaces. To go to the tread, this is their Merrell Flex Connect tread that allows for multi-directional grip when you're running on variable surfaces like rock, loose rock, small rock, big rock, dirt, grass, brush. This tread is set up to allow you to get the maximum grip on variable surfaces, so that's another nice feature. They seem to have held up pretty well so far. I've worn these for about 6 months. They seem a little bit more sturdily built, but to be honest, I can't remember how tough the uppers were on this first model, so they seem to be a little bit obviously broken down, a little bit more flexible in their old age than the newer model. The lug depth on the treads is 5 millimeters in depth, so not too aggressive but not too shallow. I'm looking for these to last for at least 2 more years before I end up investing in another pair, and I will. I really hope that they don't discontinue this line, or if they do, they integrate this line into whatever new line they're coming out with, because this has been a phenomenal hiking and running shoe for training. And if I were able to go out and hunt early season prairie grouse, I would be wearing these. If I was worried about brush or rocks or dirt getting into these shoes, maybe you throw a pair of gaiters on over top, or just buy yourself a longer pair of pants. When I'm hunting, I like to wear a little bit longer pant length just to keep my, even when I'm wearing mid-length boots or mid-height boots, I like to have that extra protection over the top of my boots to keep debris out. Plus it helps with keeping your shoes dry or your socks dry. If you've got some pants that wick moisture, that in combination with these Gore-tex shoes are going to keep your socks and feet dry throughout the day. I've never had any situation, unless I'm going in over the top, crossing a creek, where I have had wet feet with this shoe on. It's been amazing how they have kept their water resistance. Another option that I like about this shoe is the Kinetic Fit base insole, extractable. So if you get your feet wet, you go over the top with some water, or you get some debris that gets in your shoe. You've got quite a bit of debris in here. Holy cow. I've never pulled these out yet because I haven't worn them in the field. But apparently just wearing them to sporting events for my kids and hiking to train, I've got quite a bit of grass and some dirt and stuff in there. But what's nice is I can pull that out. I can let it dry out a lot faster and then just shove that right back down in there. Easy to pull out, extract, clean, dry, and it's contour fit to your foot pad or your foot pace in there, so super comfortable. May even be something you might replace at one point in time. These shoes, I Won't be surprised if they last for several years. That looks like it might be breaking down just a little bit here and there, but it's probably just from constant wear around the edges. I might need to eventually replace those, but I'm sure Merrell has those available. Or you could just go to your local store and get a new insole pad to put in there to replace that. So that's another nice option about these shoes. There's not really a whole lot of things I can say about this shoe that I don't like. In fact, there's nothing about this shoe that I don't like. The overall build on this shoe is phenomenal. Tough, long lasting, waterproof, lightweight, very comfortable, and something I would highly recommend to anyone who's looking for a trainer slash hiker option for early season upland hunting. This is going to be a really nice choice for you. Very durable. I've worn these out in the field to do some scouting in the woods, to train my dogs, and even after, as you can see, even in the older model, even after 3 years of wear, I've got some wear on the tongue from brush and debris hitting that. Not a lot of wear on the outside sole, on the upper. I mean, it's dirty, it's grungy, it's a little bit less colorful than it was when I first got it, but they're still in great shape. There's no tear. I mean, like I said, the only thing that I saw on this one side was a little bit of separation on the outsole, but it's never bothered me. It's never been something that's hindered me from running with them on, or training with them on, working with them on, whatever I want to do with these. If I don't want wet feet, the Merrell MQM Flex, which is no longer available to the best of my knowledge, or the Merrell MQM Flex 2. It's a great option for anyone in the field who's looking for a lightweight, tough, breathable, and waterproof option for early season upland hunting. I would take a serious look at the Merrell MQM Flex 2. It's available for both guys and gals. Gals seem to have some nicer color options maybe still available. So check them out today at Merrell.com, the Merrell MQM Flex 2. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other questions about these. Once I post this review, MSRP on these through Merrell is $140. Seems maybe a little bit pricey for tennis shoes, but these are not just tennis shoes. These are hikers, runners, hunters. You can use these in so many different scenarios where you don't want to have wet feet, but you want to be comfortable. The Merrell MQM Flex 2, check them out today at Merrell.com, and let me know what you think if you decide to go after them and use them as an option for yourself in the field to hunt your birds or in any other scenario. So thanks for watching. Check us out at ultimateupland.com. Give us a like, follow us. We appreciate you taking the time to watch a review, and if you have any other questions or any other Merrell options you might want to take a look at or get some more information on, let us know. We'll be happy to try to review some other models for you. We'll probably go over a few more models in the future. I haven't done an extensive review on that Merrell MQM mid-height boot that I wore last year. I do need to do that still, so watch for that as well if you're looking for something in a mid-height. So thanks again for watching. Be safe in the field. We'll see you next time.